So in a world where every single film franchise is getting a remake, a reboot, or given an unnecessary sequel, here we have the return of an extremely meta film franchise creating an extremely meta commentary on the idea of rebooting, remaking, and creating unnecessary sequels. Now the question is, does this work? So Scream 5, hilariously titled just Scream, is the new film in the Scream franchise. The first one not directed by Wes Craven. It stars legacy cast members Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. It also mainly stars, because these are really the main characters, Melissa Beret, Jenny Ortega, and the incredible Jack Quaid. You might recognize him from The Boys, and he is just as good in this movie, easily steals the show. As someone who enjoys the original 4 Scream movies, I will say that I never fell in love with them. They've never been my favorite films, never been my favorite slasher films. I've always appreciated the meta nature of them and how self-aware and how amazing they are in that sense, but they were just never really my cup of tea. This is why also that this movie probably didn't work for me. This is a franchise that I genuinely feel like it's probably going to be really difficult to find an original touch in, and the trailer really scared me because it seemed like a retread of the original film, and it really didn't look like anything new. And of course, that's exactly what it ends up being. It's really just this super meta original retread, and of course, that's exactly what it actually ends up being. It's just this super meta retread of the original movie. And that's really where it comes to my problem with this film, is because I feel like if you're making a movie and you say in the film that, hey, this is a retread and a remake of our first film, and we're being super meta about it, I don't think that necessarily makes the movie better. I don't really think it justifies the existence of the movie. Kind of like the new Matrix movie, and the new Matrix movie is extremely meta of the fact that it's essentially just a retread of the original, and they keep telling you over and over and over, but it still really doesn't work. I'll go over the performances in this movie. They really are varied. The new main girl is really just not that great in this film. The original cast does a decent enough job, but overall they really don't serve much of a purpose to the story, besides the fact that it's just like, hey, these guys were in the other films, how cool. The writing is good at some points, laughable at others. I mean, some of the dialogue is really just stale and just not human at all. I will say that the opening scene was really, really great, as it is in almost all of these films. I mean, between the performances and the expected references, it really, really works. After that opening, though, I'm afraid the film just kind of falls down this rabbit hole of generic and predictable nonsense. I mean, it's fun at points. I mean, some of the kills are great and well done, but the lead up to the end, for me, was just really unsatisfying, and the twist really didn't do much for me either. Overall, this is certainly not the worst thing that you could be watching with your time. It's definitely not the worst movie I've seen in a while. I'm sure general audiences will find a lot of entertainment in this. They'll find a lot to like about it. But it just really wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea. And watching it, I really just couldn't help but question the existence of this project, other than to just get another cash grab off of the name Scream. Overall, I'll give Scream 5 2 out of 5 stars. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, sub, and don't forget to hit the notifications button. I'll see you in the next one.